The in-game store is the reason everything has gone downhill in Call of Duty. What's going on, guys? My name's Caffrey. I hope you're enjoying the Black Ops Cold War gameplay in the background. Now, I know some of you are screaming at the video saying things like skill-based matchmaking or lazy developers, but hear me out. In my opinion, almost everything that we don't like about modern Call of Duty, heck, modern gaming, is solely because the game is built with the entire purpose of driving sales in the in-game store. This is the reason that features we don't like stay, or the content we want to get more of gets pushed to the wayside in favor of microtransactions. At this point, the sole purpose of releasing a AAA game is basically to create a container for an in-game store. All the marketing, all the hype around the game is designed to reach a broad audience and hook you in. Because once you're in their system, everything from when you boot up the game to when you play your last match of the day is designed to get you to spend money in the store. I didn't realize how much money Activision made on microtransactions and DLC content until I looked. Go ahead, take a guess. No, really. Pause the video, go comment down below how much you think they made last year from microtransactions and DLC alone. Alright, they made almost $5.9 billion in revenue from those two things in 2022 alone.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
Starting around 2018, these in-game purchases, or DLC, begin to make up 70 to 80% of Activision's total revenue. No wonder they spend so much time and energy focusing on them. Video games are a business at the end of the day. Now, previously they would make most of their money up front during the release of a new game that they spent 3 or more years putting money into. But with in-game purchases, they're able to 1, keep making money on that investment throughout the game's life cycle, but 2, essentially triple their revenue. So what's the big deal if someone wants to buy a skin or a weapon camo? I don't really have an issue with microtransactions per se, I have an issue with how they've been implemented. Instead of making a great product and offering buyable cosmetic items, new games are just a shell of their former self. Almost all progression's been removed and placed in the store, and every single part of that game is purpose-built and designed to drive sales in the store. No longer are games fun and about providing good gameplay, but instead serve as a machine to manipulate you into buying microtransactions. They do this in a few ways. First off, we all know a lot of games have now implemented skill-based matchmaking or engagement-optimized matchmaking. They try to con us by saying, oh, it increases player retention and our data indicates that people enjoy the game more. Yeah, okay, sure. I have yet to meet a single person that says they enjoy the new matchmaking system. In fact, if you're one of the people that claims to enjoy the new skill-based matchmaking system, please comment down below and explain what you like about it. It seems that unanimously, across the board, from low skill all the way to professional level players, everyone says that they don't enjoy whatever matchmaking system is in Call of Duty right now. Now, the real reason matchmaking exists is most likely to manipulate your experience, your dopamine release like some lab rat in an experiment with the goal of keeping you playing a little bit longer. And the more time you put into a game, the more likely you are to buy something in the store. All of this is built on data-driven psychology. They even have patents that say that players who purchase in-game cosmetics will be matched with lower skill players. The idea being that high skill players with a cool skin or camo will stomp on lower skill players, and the lower skill players will falsely attribute how good those people are with the new cosmetic or the new shiny item. And this increases the likelihood that those lower skill players, which are likely to be more casual and a broader audience of that game, will go buy something in the store. Now, they claim this patent is not active in the Call of Duty franchise, but rather one of Activision's other titles. And fine, maybe that's true. That's just one or a few patents we've managed to find. How many other ways are they manipulating your experience that we aren't aware of? Another way you're being manipulated is by removing your awareness of how much money you're actually spending. Everyone accepts that we use COD points to buy things in the store, but why? Why can't it just be dollars instead of this weird secondary currency? The point of the secondary currency is to remove your ability to discern how much things actually cost by converting your dollars into Call of Duty points. Spending 2,500 COD points is much less obvious to your brain than spending $20 or whatever the conversion rate is. Not to mention, have you ever noticed that everything in the store is always an odd number of points? You ever notice how after making a purchase, you always have just a little bit of Call of Duty points left over? Yeah, this is intentional. It's another psychological trick used to drive more sales and get you to spend your money. Having that little bit of currency left over will always sit in the back of your mind and bother you, leaving you feeling like you've wasted some of your money if you don't find a way to use it. But it's never enough to buy anything else in the store, so you need to go spend more money to get more COD points to use the Call of Duty points that you already bought. Is that tracking? Am I making sense? You might be thinking, yeah, I hear you, but how does that negatively impact the game? This is the reason that the in-game store gets so much time, attention, and development resources. We've all made the joke that an annoying bug in the game takes months to fix. But if even one pixel is off in the store, it gets an instant update. Back in the day, when a game was released, it had to be a finished, polished product because it got shipped on disc, and the developers couldn't just send out an update to fix the game. Not to mention, the game had to actually be good and deliver a fun gameplay experience. Nowadays, all of the methods of creating organic player retention and replayability are all gone. Things like traditional prestige, earnable cosmetics to show off your time and skill, and even things as simple as the emblem editor. All gone. All swapped out for matchmaking, manipulation, and microtransactions. So why am I telling you all this? 1, to make you aware of it. You can't opt out of a system you don't know you're in. 2, because I believe if you want games to get better, you need to vote with your time and your dollar. Stop spending money on items in the store and play games with consumer-friendly practices. I know some of you out there are going to say, but I'm just one person, I won't make a difference. And sure, you are one person. But if all the people who said that decided to stand up and say enough is enough, then games would transform almost overnight. Remember when we saw massive changes come to games like Call of Duty in the matter of a week, when content creators and their fans all stopped playing Warzone? It is most definitely possible to make change, and if you believe in something, then you should stop supporting the thing that you're against. That's all I've got for this video. Drop a like if you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think the cause for the decline in modern gaming is. Subscribe for more first-person shooter content. As always, have a good morning. My name's Caffrey, and I will see you in the next video.